She goes to take another bite at it. She will successfully hit it and do 11 piercing damage. And then you can see her looking at the rest of the party. She grits her teeth and jumps into the gelatinous cube.
Lily's gonna be like, Cassidy, no!
Idiot.
I understand completely why she's doing that, and it's an awesome thing.
Yeah,
What?
the entire reason why she did that, by the way, is
She's a large creature, and
the cube can't hold anything else with her in there, and
Yeah.
the wolf form has disposable HP.
Oh.
For at least a couple of turns.
Yeah, so let's see. She jumped in there. So it's subject to engulf. She's gonna willingly fail to save. All right, yeah. So she's gonna take the damage first of all, and she's gonna. Wow, I rolled the fewest for her, of course. She's gonna take 7 damage.
Okay.
I should have open for this. So,
Hold on, just a second.
so she'll take 7 damage,
I can
and
change
she'll just be
Cassidy's
stuck
health.
there for the moment.
I can change Cassidy's health too if you want, so you don't have to move
Actually, if you could do that, that'll be perfectly fine.
Okay.
The goblins apparently are not in the area right now. They're still dealing with whatever's north. And it's Solana's turn.
dealt 4 damage with the Witch Bolt.
Yep.
Yay.
Something came up. I'm gonna be tied up for a little while. Jeeves has control of Serena for now.
Okay.
Okay. So that'll be the damage on the gelatinous cube. It's the gelatinous cube's turn. It can't really do much with a... Let me roll the damage on this. 6d6. I take 20 damage to Cassidy. And she's not doing much else aside from being in there. The gelatinous cube itself is going to have to attack Serena. And it will miss horribly. Falana's turn.
Walking away, so to be in a safer distance, and then I'm going to cast Witch Bolt as a level 2 spell.
Okay.
Witch Bolt is honestly one of the few spells where I'm like, it's not worth it to cast at a higher level because the continual damage doesn't go up.
It would have had an attack of opportunity on you, but it would have had to attack Serena. So I'm going to have it attack Serena. That's the wrong thing. And it would have failed to hit Serena, so it's
Cool.
fine. Actually, it would have hit Serena. I think, yeah, her AC. So she would have taken just 5 damage. I'll do it in.
19 AC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So Witch Bolt, that Witch Bolt will hit, and it will take 11 damage. The gelatinous cube looks like it's probably half dead, if not more. But it's still there. Lily's turn.
Don't forget the D20 for Wild Magic.
Yeah, I know, I'm rolling it. And it's good. These dice apparently don't want to roll 1s right now.
My options are limited. I will attack it with
Okay.
the Mossy Maul.
And that'll hit.
Yeah, right. And I'm
Can't trip it.
I can't trip it, but I can do more damage, so I'm trying to figure out if I think it's worth it.
No.
No,
The cube at
I'm
this
good.
point looks like it's already getting pretty low on health.
Yeah, I probably could kill it, but I'm gonna save that for Serena. Serena's gonna longsword it.
Yep.
Dabanews. It's always useful.
And that will hit, and she will do only 5 damage. It's still hanging on. It's like parts of it are starting to fall off as it tries to keep its form together. It doesn't look very cube-like at this point. Like it doesn't have enough of its strength left to hold that form, but it's still trying to hang on. And Cassidy inside, she's just gonna try to bite it as best as she can. And she will hit, and she will do 14 bits of damage. Somehow.
And she eats it alive.
Somehow she would do 14 points of damage
Is she
inside of it.
slurping it in?
Huh?
Is she slurping it
I
Does
don't
she
know
have a
what she's
straw?
doing, but she is doing something to the ooze from inside of it. If the forest, again, nothing happens. Alana's turn.
It's still alive.
Hey! I don't full damage.
And that will
Man,
kill
she
it
is
outright.
in? Just to save us. Cassie is going to have a a lot of digestive problems.
Yeah, and as the cube finally dies, Cassie kind of goes up over here, and she just starts puking on the ground in the direwolf form.
Alana goes up and kind of just rubs the back.
Lily's gonna hold her hair back. I mean, pet her head.
Yeah, so you've successfully killed the gelatinous cube. I can't honestly say I was expecting it to be that much.
Is there any bits of the cube on on Cassidy?
I'm expecting that's being washed away or prestidigitation by one of the two mages.
I'll do it.
Lily's gonna
Or
ask
drew
for
a
that
craft
anyways.
by herself. Oh wait, everyone here can do something to get rid of it, except Lily.
Lily can move it away physically, but
Yeah. So you're probably going to spend, I expect, a minute or two there trying to get rid of all that. I also need to roll for that.
It wouldn't even take a minute because prestidigitation has an insane range for cleaning things.
Okay, yeah, she would not have actually lost her bark skin she took previously. I'm really bad at remembering that.
wait, isn't
Bark skin
that
is a
damage
concentration.
over 2? How much
She
damage
only
did she
took
take?
she didn't even take 10 damage.
Oh,
She
okay.
took 7 damage.
All right, cool.
All right, so now you're free to progress into this new area again.
Lily's
Let's
gonna
actually progress
ask.
this time.
Lily's gonna ask Cassidy if she's feeling well enough to continue.
And Cassidy will nod.
Lily will scratch behind your ears.
Yeah, I'm going to give her a sickened for a little, or poison sickened. I think I'll have it as the same thing. I don't know if there's an actual.
There isn't. It's just poisoned.
So yeah, I'll just give her like poison status for a little bit to represent her eating part of the cube to get rid of it.
Are you sure you don't need to see a doctor? Maybe a vet.
She'll be fine. All right.
Lily's
So
gonna scowl at Falana at the mention of a vet.
Don't worry, we'll have your stay appointment here in the near future. You'll be okay.
all right. So the group I expect is progressing to the next room now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So Alana going first, since it is her turn.
Watch out for more cubes.
We're gonna go in there and just see like 14 gelatinous cubes. Just be like, nope.
Nope, this forest can screw itself. We're all leaving now.
I'm surprised so many people passed their save because I was fully expecting having somebody walk into it.
I hate
Because that thing
gelatinous
was
cubes.
there since the Warg battle.
So, quick question. We didn't get any minus AC or whatever, or minus hit for.
It does not actually have that rule.
Wow.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cubes just eat you. They don't really care about your armor or anything. They actually kind of shine it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
Lily
Alana
and
was moving
Serena
first?
have magic weapons anyway, so it wouldn't have affected them.
Or Falana might have to like, mending her clothes or something.
Yeah.
Cloth, but
So small human girl going first.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Falana for some reason.
Yeah. No.
5,
That's why I went to race.
20, 25, 30.
All right. So this area up ahead looks a little darker than the other ones you've been in. You can do a perception if you wish.
I'm going to cast light on my,
Light
necklace,
on.
I guess.
I don't know. Whatever you're wearing, you're going to cast light on it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 40, 20 players have light.
And then you said perception check.
Yeah. I would say you can do a perception check.
I was just like, it is way too dark in here. I'm going to light.
Yeah, this
find the
area in
dark.
particular was a lot darker than the other areas you've been through. And as you look around, you notice right next to you, actually, and above you, there is a giant vine hanging down.
A vine?
Yeah, a giant vine just hanging down from the top of the trees. And you were dangerously close to walking right into it.
All right.
is it time for super tentacle hit that for?
All right, that will be it for Alana's turn, though. So Falana's up.
You can test it out for us, Falana.
Okay. That should do it.
Good there.
Good there.
All right, Lily's turn.
Lily's gonna say that was very brave, and She's going to be moving.
And Cassie's probably just going to throw up again after Lily moves off, getting the last of the ooze out of her body. All right, 1 second. Roll 2 dex saves.
Awesome. I ran through 2 of them.
The first one, you rush through, and you're able to get past it before it does anything, but you can see that the vines try to grab at you. The second one you go through, however, catches you, and it wraps its vines around Lily's neck and her upper body and starts to hoist her up a little bit. She will take 5 bludgeoning damage.
No, that's not too bad.
But
it's
she's
the
also
after
currently
effect that
restrained by it.
Uh-huh.
by a vine type creature, which means, yeah, you know what time it is.
Can we do perception checks to see everything in the area?
You can do perception checks as you go through to see more, though I expect Lily's a bit too occupied about the one that just grabbed her.
Okay.
Maybe a little.
Was that a dash action that she used to get in there?
Yes.
All right, so she won't be able to attack it again. Serena's turn is up.
All right. Serena is going to go up this far, and then is going to cast that thing that she has. You know that thing.
Sacred Flame?
Yes, that one. Is going to cast that at the vine that is grappling Lily.
Okay. And it will obviously fail its save. I mean, how is that vine going to be able to dodge?
Wondering, does it even have dex?
Yeah, like, let's be honest here. And as the light
Ninja
hits it,
vine.
it doesn't like make any sound or anything, but it quickly retracts away from Lily, dropping her on the ground as it retreats up into the treetops.
That's Serena's turn.
All right. Cassidy's up next. Cassidy is going to carefully make her way here up, and she's just going to bite this one here. Bite it with her claws.
Bite it with her claws.
And the vine, as she like yanks on it and bites at it, it'll disappear up into the top of the trees as well.
So she's attacking it and it's mine? That just sounds wrong.
Yeah, I know, right? At the forest, nothing particular happens, though you can hear some sort of movement coming from above you in this region up here.
We're at interrupt.
All right, so next up is Alana's turn.
We're at
Okay, I'm back. 5. Wow.
Do
Oh.
perception first.
I was going to kind of get next to Lily, so 5, 10, 15, 20,
Hopefully you don't run into
25,
anything before then.
30, and then I'll do perception here. Mostly because I don't have the greatest perception.
All right, perception there. Let me wait to see the perception itself.
It's an 8.
I gotta bring another character anyway. Spoilers, there might be another character. You don't see much, but you do notice that right below you, actually, there's another one. And you luckily just missed it.
What? Like, all of the luck.
Yeah.
Lily's gonna say to Cassidy that it might be better to shift out of dog form.
And Cassidy will nod, and she'll go back to her normal form.
But that's her turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have Cassie do this anyway right now, because it'd be at the start of her turn. I don't have to do it later. So Falana's turn.
Oh.
like that should be good, and firebolt on the closest one.
All right.
I actually have to.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say no. You don't actually have to hit it.
Okay, I was
So
gonna say,
it's
do I
just
have
gone.
to use
Is that all
it?
you're doing for now, or are you gonna perception as well?
I'll perception.
Okay. And I suppose you're looking up at the ceiling more to try to find more vines next to you? Oh man, that's a great
Yep, I don't want to be the one caught in it. I'm gonna let Lily get caught, but I won't be.
All right, in the immediate area next to you, you notice a number of vines. Oh, one more. A number of vines.
Okay. Does
Lily's
she
turn.
point out where any of these are to Lily?
I expect that she would have explained where they are.
Does she hold back any
Yeah.
so that Lily can get grappled again?
Better question.
Hello.
Yes.
What happened?
There are vines that are grappling people if you run under them.
Yeah, don't run into vines. You saved Lily.
Oh, how?
Lily ran into 2 of them, and one of them actually got her.
Yeah, and you sacred flamed her.
You know what? I'll be nice. I'll
I-
just close the location.
So the cube killed him. Got killed.
Yep.
The cube got killed, yes.
Serena, go. It's not your turn yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, we're still in turn order because there's all sorts of traps everywhere in the form of vines. And you do know, so that you catch this as well, you've heard that there's something apparently in this northern area up here.
Falana's perception wouldn't have given anything about that, would it?
No, it wouldn't have. It's too far up, and she was looking more up in the immediate area to find more vines that would trap them. And she found a number of vines.
Really want, Lily to be captured, and
Right.
maybe we can make money on
All right, so Lily, roll a perception check if you wish.
Yep.
All right, so with that perception check, you notice 2 things. First of all, you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are 2 vines next to you as well. Nothing much more beyond that.
Wait, damn it! I could have taken revealed traps. Whoopsies.
I'll
Can
be
I-
right back as needs.
You can still attack to get rid of one. You want to get rid of one close to you?
I was going to nature check to see if there's anything.
What do you want a nature check for?
Any information to know about these vines and the source of these vines?
Go ahead, do a nature check. So as for the source of the vines, you get the feeling that this is just part of the forest. This area is just a part of the forest. And these vines usually just grab creatures that wander in and feed off of that. It's kind
Like
of
a
grim, but
piranha
it's
plant?
nothing really strange or abnormal.
Okay.
The goblins probably just ended up using this area because they will laugh as creatures get caught in this area.
All right. Can she do an attack as well?
She can, yes.
All right. She's going to attack this one. Do you need her
And
to
she's
roll?
going to turn around and she's going to slash at it. And as she slashes at it, she hears something rumbling above her towards the over the pond, and it's a loud, somewhat deep voice, and it kind of bells down, "Oh, who's down there?"
Lily's going to call up and say, "Oh, it's just me."
Just me? Who's just me?
Say you're nobody.
My name is Nobody.
God, no.
Nobody. You don't look like nobody.
So I look like somebody.
Malu, do you think she looks like nobody? And as he does this, you hear another voice. It's a much higher pitched one. It's like, "Nobody? Who's nobody? Why'd you wake me up, Gore?" The whole party may do a perception check at this point.
Are they dwarves?
I'm
Louis-
glad that actually worked.
Lily's going to call up and say, "Hey, why don't you come down here and we can have a party?"
And at the mention of come down here and have a party, the 2 of them yell back, "Ah, we could, but we're trapped up here." And you see this huge, giant-like creature with 2 heads is completely encased in these vines. Like, barely his hands are free. You can see the 2 heads. One of them apparently looked like it was sleeping for a while, while the other one was awake.
Lily's going to say, "Hold on, we'll come and free you. You won't hurt us, right?"
Hurt you? Now, I know we went... Would we hurt them, Malu? I forget which is which now. I think Malu was the
Malu was a deep
high-pitched...
voice. No,
Yeah,
Malu
Malu
was a
was...
high voice, sorry.
Yeah, Malu was the high voice and Gore was the low voice. Do you think they'll hurt us, Gore? Ugh, I don't know. They don't look like those wee men we've seen running around.
Lily's,
Yes, the wee men. Those damned little wee men.
Lily's going to say, "I promise I won't hurt you as long as you don't hurt us."
Are you here to stop the wee men?
Yeah.
Gore, what do you think? Malu, do you think we can trust these creatures to help us? But the wee men stole our warmth. And the 2 of them just start bickering back and forth as the party is there.
We men or woman?
We men.
We men. So
I
the
know.
goblins.
It was a play on words.
Yeah.
Wait, stole their warmth, you said?
Stole their warmth.
Lily's gonna ask what they mean by that and if they can help get it back.
And you're gonna have to roll a persuasion to try to get their attention as they're bickering.
I would have laughed if you had rolled a natural one. They just start bickering until the end of time, and you can't attract
All
their
right,
attention.
and she'll be able to get their attention. Like, our warmth, yes, our blanket, what keeps us warm when the cold winter night comes on. We've chased these little creatures all the way down from the north, and then they trap us in this forest.
From the north. Are we still in turn order? Can Lily
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're not in turn order. I'm gonna expose the rest of the vines so that you know where they are.
Does anyone have any objections to Lily freeing them?
Nope.
All right, Lily's going to do what she
You're
can.
gonna have to climb up there first, so you'll have to do an athletics to climb up there.
Or you could just have Elana shoot it down with an Eldritch Blast.
You'd be more likely to hit them. You'd probably be best off actually
She has
cutting
spell
them.
sniper.
Okay.
True,
Yeah.
you do have smell sniper.
So are they trapped by vines, or?
They are completely trapped by vines. They're hanging probably 20 feet in the air.
If that athletics check goes through, Lily's going to try to climb up there and get them down as gently as possible.
Yeah, I'll say that can go up there and that'll successfully get her up there. So she'll have to make an attack roll to hack these vines out of the way.
And I'll assume a bludgeoning weapon probably won't do the
A
trick.
bludgeoning weapon probably wouldn't do the trick, no. Great sword. That will successfully hit, and Lily starts to hack away at these vines, and one by one they come through until she comes down one more time, and everything gives way, and the giant Ettin falls into the pond below them.
Does anyone
and-
have feather fall?
No.
He fell into the pond below him, and after like probably 6 seconds, it gets back up, lumbering onto the shore.
Lily's going to be like, "Are you okay?"
We'll be better when we get our warmth. Isn't that right? Yes, we need the warmth. Chased them so far.
They just stepped into
All
another
right,
vine.
Smeagol.
I got rid of the vine, so they didn't step into it.
Oh, okay. Lily's going to hop down.
Uh,
Do I take damage?
I'm going to say no because I'm going to expect you just jumped into the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now that they're down there, this like 10, I don't remember how tall Ettin are off the top of my head, but they're giants of a sort. And so they'll look at the storm of the party. It's like, ugh, let's also move everyone else up here because I'm expecting everyone would have.
Lily's going to
closer.
suggest people stay a little away from him just by like hand motions, so that in case they do try to attack, it's not going to be. She's going to stay close to him though.
Yeah, and the Ettin will look at the party. Finally, we'll be able to punish those wee men and get back our warmth. Yes, get back our blanket. We'll stay warm at night now. No more cold toes. Be able to sleep properly.
Lily's going to say, "I have a blanket if you'd like."
No, it's not our blanket. We need our blanket. No one else's works.
They probably need it's probably either like a comfort blanket or it's just a really, really fucking big blanket.
Or
And
magic.
at this point, I keep forgetting which is which. Malu was the high-pitched, Gore was the low.
Yep.
At this point, the head, which you come to identify as Gore, will turn to the party. You're all fighting the little creatures as well, right?
Lily's
Yeah.
going to say, "Yep."
More or less.
She's
Yes.
gonna take a goblin head out of the bag of holding as proof.
And he claps for a second. Yes, haha! We will help you defeat these little creatures if we can get our blanket back.
She's gonna put the goblin head back in.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Lily's gonna say,
What did I miss?
Lily has freed a giant Ettin, and it's in the process of agreeing to help the party defeat goblins because it wants its blanket back.
We found the ogre magi, basically.
"Yep." Lily's gonna ask him if he will help them fight against the goblins.
Okay.
And it
So
kind
she's
of
going to side of an Ettin. However, when we see a dryad, she wants to kill a dryad immediately.
yeah. And at the comment of fighting alongside, he'll like throw his fist against us. Just of course, we're great fighters.
Lily
And
never
he
wanted
turns
to kill
around
the
to the
dryad.
water and he reaches inside and he pulls out 2 giant weapons for him. What were they? I know what they are. 2 giant weapons, a battle axe and a morning star. Both of them look big enough for him to use with no problem whatsoever.
This is gonna be fun. Lily's gonna pet him lightly on the back, as high up as she can reach without hitting his butt.
Well,
I approve of his initiative.
What?
I
What?
approve of his initiative. I rolled a 1.
Oh.
while this is going on, Alana's just going to look into the next room.
Can
Serena's
you
just going to.
can you
You
knock
can do a
down that
perception
thing
check
next
if
to
you
you there?
wish. What was it? Elana can do a perception check. What were you asking, Jeebs?
Lily's gonna cut down the vine.
Or yeah, you can just cut down the vines pretty freely at this point, I figure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, just get rid of all of them. That would still be in the way. All right, so the perception check. Because you are looking into dim light and you are a human, you can't actually tell much.
Can
figured.
Lily? Can Lily roll perception?
Lily can roll perception, yes. Lily,
I'm
with her
looking
perception roll,
over here.
yeah, with Lily's perception, she can notice in the far distance there is some kind of, it looks like almost like a giant lizard next to a pond, and she can almost make out the glint of chains around its neck.
She also wants to know what this
Dragon!
is, if she can do that in the same initiative.
That is just a tree or a rock. I don't remember which.
Okay.
I put that there to cover something up, so it's nothing fancy.
Lily is going to hold a finger up to her mouth and say, "Shh. There's something in there. You can
And
either free it or kill it."
at Lily's comment of there being something in there, Maligore walks forward and he sees the creature there. He's like, that creature works for the goblins! We'll kill it! And he
Oh,
runs
God.
forward, brandishing his weapons, and he will dash.
Okay.
Don't expect this guy to work very kindly with you.
Yep. Can Lily do a persuasion to try to have him to slow down?
You may.
Is it a dragon?
Lily's gonna say slow down as soon as she sees him start running.
All right, and he'll slow down a little bit, but he's still heading that way.
She's gonna say, "Let's see if we can get it to fight with us instead of against us."
And he'll kind of snarl at that, but he'll lower his weapons down to at his side as though he's not immediately going to attack it, but you can see that neither head actually is very fond of that idea.
All right. Can Lily move?
Yeah, Lily can move now. That was out of turn movement for him, but I'm going to allow it.
All right. Just 30 feet, or can I do a dash?
You can do a dash if you wish.
Okay. Lily's gonna catch up.
Do keep in mind, though, that he yelled very loudly.
Everybody knows we're coming.
Yep. Lily's gonna call out to the dragon thing, and does she have Draconic? She does, I think.
I don't think it actually speaks Draconic. She can all...
Probably doesn't even speak.
Probably not. Well, she's gonna say in common and then in Draconic first and then in common. Are you friend or foe?
And the creature will respond. It doesn't actually respond to any words or anything, but you can see it kind of stand up on its hind legs, and it just snarls at Lily. A huge tail with what looks like a stinger or something on behind it curls up behind it as if it was in like a attacking position. Its wings look like it was almost sheared through the actual like leathery fabric, so it doesn't look like it can fly right now, but it's very angry, and you can see
Does Lily even know Draconic?
Yes.
she does.
Oh.
Lily's going to turn back to Gore and say, "Yep, he's a foe. Have at him."
All right, Serena's turn.
Yeah.
Lily would make a terrible druid.
She would.
I don't think she's trying for druid here, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
Serena could try and see if
Yeah,
no,
and like this thing
no,
as
it's
well,
not.
it looks like it has like a makeshift saddle on it. Like perhaps the goblins have tried to armor it, but you can see a few goblin corpses pretty well devoured, scattered about it, like their armor and weapons, etc. This thing obviously has not taken well to their attempts to ride it.
How intact are their heads?
Pretty not intact.
Can we collect them anyways?
No.
Once we get there.
Try, but if we don't get anything from it.
No, because they'll just think we took some of the bodies.
All right, so Serena's turn.
All right, we're just gonna move up a little bit.
Close
So
tab.
we're just gonna kill the thing. Are we going? Wait.
Yeah, Lily said it's a foe. Let's kill it.
Damn it! I just realized I didn't take calm emotions.
It would
Did
take
I?
a lot of calm emotions for Maligore or the Wervin.
All right, fine. Do this the not fun way. The not fun way where Serena does not get to talk to one of her kindred spirits. Yes.
Oh, believe me, this thing it's vicious and somewhat, yeah.
It's
It is
not smart.
chained though, right? Is it restrained?
You can see a chain next to it, but that chain does not look like it's doing a very good job of holding it.
Okay.
30.
So it's
let's
kind of
see.
grappled, sort of.
Like, there's a chain around its neck. The chain is probably 20 feet long, and it goes to a post in the ground next to it.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, that's not gonna come. That's not. As soon as we start attacking this thing, it's not gonna stay on the ground.
No.
All right, so is that Serena's move, or is she gonna do anything else?
Do you guys want me to guiding bolt it?
Yes.
Do whatever you want.
Guiding bolt away!
I don't have the.
God damn it!
That will hit though. It looks like.
It will hit, but
Advantage
it
for
does
attacks too. So
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just I wish it had done more damage because
Right,
two
yeah.
of those rolls were ones.
Yeah. So you hit the Wervin with your radiant damage there, and you can see it kind of snarl in pain as it gets hit, but not really much
Wyvern?
else. It's a Wyvern, yes.
Okay.
You're saying a Wervin.
Wyvern, Wervin. I don't know the actual freaking pronunciation. I've done both for the longest
It's
time.
Wyvern.
Yes.
there's
I,
no
I
R
usually
before
say
the V.
fiber.
Yeah.
I've always heard wyvern, but then I heard a whole bunch of people saying wyvern, so I guess it's wyvern.
It depends. It really doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
depends on how you care to pronounce it.
Yeah.
But
Next up is Maligore's turn, and he is going to run full tilt at this thing with
Charge!
with his weapons branded.
he rolled a 1 for initiative.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
And funny enough,
He can hit with 10 feet. Cool.
He's a
I think I
large
moved
creature.
him
He's
too
got
far.
reach.
Where was he initially?
Hit Control Z.
Yeah, he was in the bush.
All right, so yeah, he moved too far.
Yeah, you can hit Control Z to move tokens.
Yeah, I didn't
back.
realize I could. Yeah, I did that. All right, so he moved too far. So he's going to move about as far as he can, and he will just yell angrily. I had Cassis up, so her dire wolf can move 50. So that was what my mistake was.
I was wondering
of-
if he could move that far and attack.
No, he can only
him.
move 40. So yeah. Speaking of Cassidy, she's going to move to there, and I think Produce Flame would have range for that.
Can Lily convince Maligore to run up, like for an attack of opportunity, dash action?
She could probably convince him to run up, but it'll probably attack him.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if it tries to fly away or something, he would get an attack of opportunity.
Its wings look like they're shredded. That thing isn't flying.
Okay.
You can tell that pretty easily.
Well, I guess he's fine just there.
Yeah. So next up is F the Forest, and at this point, with the Wervin waking up and Maligore's loud roar, you hear the goblins all around you again. Wow, nothing happens though. Now
They can't find their mushrooms.
Yeah, apparently not. So it's Alana's turn.
They ate the shrooms. They didn't expect.
Eldritch
more-
Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Miss.
Yep, that's a miss. You gonna move?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Does
All right.
that use up the guiding bolt's advantage?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Wervin's turn. The Wervin is going to. How far can the Wervin move? Actually, let me double check that before.
I can. Serena can cast Guiding Bolt again. She might as well, anyways.
It's only for one attack though, so it doesn't really matter too much. This Wervin actually does not have a lot of movement to it, so it's just going to lumber this way and attack Maligore.
Well, that's because a lot of the wyvern's movement is usually
Is
put
in
up in
fly
the
speed, yes, and it doesn't have fly currently because its wings are clipped. So it's going to go to bite Maligore, and that'll hit. Maligore takes a decent bit of piercing damage. And then it's going to bring its stinger back and slam the stinger into him, and the stinger will also hit.
Maligore is
Since
dead.
he's an ally, would you let us see his HP and
Yeah, I
name?
will. Yeah, I will let you see everything of importance. It should be 3. Yep, see everything now?
Yep.
All right, and then he has to pass a con save of DC 15. Spoilers. And he'll make his con save. So he... Holy shit, I forgot how powerful that was. Holy shit. 13 more damage.
Ugh.
Yeah, be glad he is the tank for this.
Okay, so should I heal the Maligore, or should I attack the?
You should attack the dragon for now. It's Falana's turn, by the way. Also, keep in mind that his AC is low.
Well, if
Also,
Serena gets anywhere near that thing, it's going to attack her instead.
yeah, Serena
Yeah.
needs to stay away.
Yeah, I forgot how much damage that thing does. Holy shit.
Man, it's a shame Fire Emblem rules don't apply.
Yeah.
Which Fire Emblem rules?
Any that has bow versus flyers. Because technically, even though he's grounded, he's still good classified as a flyer in that
Yeah.
regard.
No, he wouldn't be. In Fire Emblem terms, if he was flightless, he wouldn't be flying.
Yeah. You also do know that he has some makeshift armor on him, but it probably isn't doing that much.
Well, he has scales, technically. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and Witch Bolt it.
Okay.
Wait, Witch Bolt is 30 feet.
Yeah.
You can't Witch Bolt from there, I don't think.
Darn, I misread the range. Sorry, Firebolt then.
Firebolt?
Yeah, Witch Bolt's 30 feet, and if they get out of 30 feet, you lose the channel.
Except Elana, who has 60, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So Firebolt, that will hit, and he will take 7 damage. But this Wervin, he looks pretty darn tanky.
Yep.
So is Falana going to move closer at all?
I had to move to get in back
Okay.
to get to the villain. So that's it.
All right,
Lily's
so Lily.
gonna gulp and say, "Get prepared to heal me." I don't know what happened there. And she's gonna rush up here and attack
Okay.
with her maul.
And she'll have advantage because she's behind it now that she needs it.
And she is also going to trip attack. So
All right,
nice.
so she will do another 8 damage on top of that. And the Wervin thing has to pass a strength save. And it passes it.
Mhm.
Next up is Serena.
I was doing it mostly for damage. Can
Yeah.
I use my passive perception to see anything in the area, like anything interesting? Does anything
Just-
catch my eye?
You can see that the chain that is holding the Wervin to a point right about here, it's already taut. The chain is already starting to give way. Like, that chain is not going to hold it there if it wants to get away. You can also see a ton of goblin bodies.
Okay.
So Serena's turn.
Okay, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30. All right, let's move a little bit closer then.
Seriously though, what is with this forest? Gelatinous cubes.
Blame the goblins.
The
Blame
goblins,
the goblins.
are gigantic assholes to everything.
We're cleaning
wait,
this
why?
forest of the goblins' mess.
Okay, so let me see. I want to try and do something stupid, tricky, or something.
Okay.
Perhaps just stupid. I can use Thunder Wave 15-foot cube. So where the hell can I cast that? So that way it won't hit anybody.
That's
You
just
can't hit
next
anything
to
with
you.
Thunder Wave. It's next to you.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right, so that won't work at all. I could try using Shatter. Let me see. Is that thunder damage? It should be thunder.
Should
Yes.
be thunder damage. You could throw Shatter behind it as well, which would only hit it.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because then I can use the Channel Divinity to do the extra damage.
Yep, so you could do that if you wished.
Wait. Okay, so I'll toss that out right here, I suppose. That'll hit it and won't hit anybody else.
It would
Yep.
hit Lily from that
You
particular
can set it
spot,
further
but-
back and it'll be
yeah.
fine. Just set it further back and it'll be fine.
Yeah, there. Okay, so we'll just go with it and say we did.
Okay. Yep. Roll the
That's
chatter.
a huge area.
Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, just wait until Elana gets fireball.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Damn it! Ah, there was a.
Didn't you say you're maxing damage though?
Yeah,
Oh.
I am.
What channel did
Oh yeah, I forgot. So let me see. I need to cast that.
It passes its con save, by the way.
So that's 12 damage.
So
if you're
Wrath
doing
of the
max
Storm-
damage.
Yeah, so 3, that would be 24,
did I
so yeah,
have that
12
set up?
damage.
I can't remember what the channel divinity does. Is it just
It maximizes damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, it does 12 damage because you maximized it, but it passed its con save. It's a pretty constitution-y bastard. It's not that smart. I think the Ettin is only smarter because it has 2 heads.
2 heads are better than 1.
Speaking of which,
Actually, if it's maximized damage, it should be 24 damage.
yeah,
Divided
but it
by
halved
2.
it.
It
passed
hit,
the save.
it passed the con save, so it had the total damage.
All right, so now it's Maligore's turn. So he's gonna lift up his battle axe first. He's gonna move over to the side because he can, and he's gonna bring up his battle axe. He's gonna bring it down on the Wyvern, and that will hit pretty darn easily. And he will do. I should make this visible for you guys too, for him since he is for that, and he will do 15 slashing damage. And he'll bring up his Morning Star. And you bring that down in it as well. And that will, he has advantage. I didn't put advantage in. That will hit with the advantage, and I'm going to take the first damage. So 13. And he just kind of roars at the Wyvern. I got to put in the advantage for this. All right, there we go. And then
Is he
that's
scary?
Cassie's turn.
Is he scary at all?
I'll have him roll intimidation. This is intimidation. Yeah, I think he's pretty scary. He's not very stealthy, but he's pretty scary.
Why the hell is he stealthing?
I hit the wrong thing. So next Cassidy's going to run up. Cassidy should be in range now. She can throw a produce flame at it. Throw it. And that will miss. At the forest, a goblin appears about, here. And he will throw a black mushroom at Serena and Cassidy. So it'll land at Serena and it'll catch both of them. You must make a con save.
She doesn't make this, I'm gonna be sad. But... Yep, she didn't make it. She scored an 8.
Yep, she actually
I'm
failed that.
disconnected right now from Roll20.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to get caught up so I can see it.
Yeah.
So, if Serena did indeed roll an 8, then Serena has failed. Serena is deafened
Deafened. Okay.
for 3 rounds.
So she can't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm checking to see the exact things. It just says you automatically fail any ability check that requires hearing. I'm going to enhance that and say that if there's a spell that has a verbal component, you have a chance to fail it because you mispronounce whatever the verbal component is.
Okay,
Really?
so basically, I can't cast things that I need to speak for.
You can try, but you
But
might
it's gonna
mess up.
take yeah.
Yeah, you can
because-
try, but you might mess up.
But no, yeah. If you can't hear what you're saying, it's going to be much harder to say it.
Yeah, so like I said, you can still try to do things that have verbal, but you might mess up.
What color was the mushroom that shrunk Lily?
The one that shrunk Lily was purple.
That's good to know.
It's Alana's turn, by the way.
Yeah, no, I was just doing a little bit of rulering, and I'm going to Witch Bolt it because I can cast it at 60 feet.
Deafen. What's a good deafen?
It's Constitution, though.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 will hit.
I'm going to move up here.
What color did I say that mushroom was for deaf and black?
Yeah, black was the deafened one.
Oh, I'll give her that, I suppose, and cast the pastors. So yes, that'll hit. It'll take 4 lightning damage. And the Wyvern, it looks pretty beaten and bruised at this point. Maligore looks like he's in a little better shape, but not much. It's the Wyvern's turn. And the Wyvern, he's going to try to bite at Maligore, and his stinger is going to go back and try to hit Lily.
Eep.
So he was going to bite at Maligore, and he will hit, doing another 12 points of damage to Maligore. And the stinger at Lily will hit.
17 AC?
Yeah, it rolled an 18.
Uh,
You take 12 piercing damage,
con save.
and roll a con save.
Boy, this isn't
Actually, what are you going to be at after the 12 piercing?
18.
All right, so you pass your con save, and you take another 13 damage.
Now's a good time to heal.
It is Falana's turn.
Hello? Falana.
Moving there and firebolt again.
Firebolt again? All right. I'm really glad I gave you Maligore for this, because I underestimated this thing.
Serena's just about to go up and start tanking it, just
Yeah,
because Maligore.
so that'll hit. It'll take 2 damage.
A
And
heal
I
would
click-
be better than tanking, I think.
Lily's up.
I don't know, maybe it would be better.
Well, Serena, what's Maligore's AC?
Maligore's AC is, I'll let you know, it's
Something.
12. It is low.
It's so Serena's got like Serena's got 19 AC. She's in a better position to tank, and she can't even and she can't even cast a healing spell right now because her
There's a chance
Only-
that she would fail it.
there's a chance she'd fail it, and that would waste a spell slot.
Yeah. So that'll hit.
Oh
Let me
my
pass-
goodness.
see if
This
it's
lady.
passed its trip.
For 23
It will
damage.
pass its trip. It'll pass its save, and it'll take 23 damage. So you can tell that this thing currently has more health than Falana still, but not by much.
She's gonna second wind as a bonus.
All right.
Oh my goodness, that's the second.
Gee,
second
it's
one.
not like I rolled nothing but ones on my heals yesterday.
Yeah.
Even when I rolled 2, I still rolled a 1. All right, and next up is Serena's turn.
Okay. So she's
sorry, one more thing. Lily's gonna move one step to the side, so if Serena wants to get in, it's easier.
Okay.
Well, why would she go over here instead of over here?
Flank.
Flank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's do that then. And Serena's going to stab it because she can't hear anything, but she knows that these people are getting stabbed. Anyways.
Yeah.
Weapons. Initiate stab, and
That'll hit, and it'll
Ow.
take 9 damage.
All right.
Advantage.
Yep, because she has advantage, that'll hit.
You can do a touch range heal, right?
So long as it doesn't have a verbal, because that might have an issue there.
She'd need to be next to one of the people she needs to heal.
I'm thinking Lily, who has only 10 HP.
Yeah.
Verbal and somatic. Cure
Okay.
wounds. Cure wounds as verbal.
Yeah, right. So next up will be Maligore's turn, by the way. And Maligore, he's pretty angry. He looks like he's usually angry, but he seems exceptionally angry. And he's going to raise both of his weapons. And he'll hit with the battle axe, dealing 10 slashing damage. And as the Wyvern reels back, he brings up the Morning Star, and he brings it down.
Ooh.
And he kills the Wyvern, crushing its head. Wyvern's dead.
No, our experience. No.
And Maligore kind of just slumps back on the ground, both heads gasping for air.
Oh, so it's dead? Yay.
Yeah, the Wyvern is dead. I'm going to say Serena's deafened would wear off at this point so she can hear again.
Okay.
And
Lily
at
is
this
going
point,
to
Yeah.
be happy with Maligore and congratulate him and all of the nice things so that he's happy.
All right, and at this point, we could end off at this point, but I feel like if we were to do anything more, it would just be the party talking about probably taking a rest.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, does
Can
anyone
we-
want to try to convince Maligore that they should rest?
Lily would have to do it because Alana's
I will.
100% fine.
I will.
All right. So, what do you say to him, and how do you try to do this?
Hey,
Can Lily give advantage?
Lily, I'm going to say Lily can give advantage for this, yes.
Okay.
So, what's Falana going to say?
Hey, I know you're wanting to take down these goblins quickly, as do I, trust me. However, let's see what they do. Now that we've taken down their wyvern, let's see what they do next. I'm pretty sure they might come to us. Let's rest for a little bit.
And roll persuasion for that.
Curiosity, does Falana have proficiency in persuasion? Looks like no.
Not yet.
So in the future, might be better for Lily to do it, I guess.
Oh,
And he'll look at Falana for a second. It's like, why have them come to us? We should take the goblins and deal with them where they stand. Yes, we need to defeat the goblins.
Lily's
And-
going to say, we've taken out their main offense, and if we rush in the way we are right now, they might very well take us down. Look at me. And she's going to show how bruised and bloodied she is. Do you really think I can go another round? I
Roll
know you're
persuasion.
big and strong, and nothing can take you down, but for the rest of
out
us,
of character? Yes, she can. We're not going to... I'm sorry.
we need to take a rest.
All right, roll persuasion, and it'll give you advantage for this.
Nice. Not that it
Not that it matters at all. And Maligore, like Malu and Gore, their two heads will kind of look at each other for a second, and then he'll slowly slump back on the ground as he lays down. Yes, fine. We will rest. But then we are going in there, and we're taking back our warmth.
Lily
And
will,
then Malu's head starts snoring instantly, but Gore is still awake.
Lily's going to nod, and she's going to say, and we will get it for you, with you.
Yes, you better. We came all this way for it. We need to get our warmth back. Let's try not to wake Malu up.
All right, short rest, I'm assuming?
Yeah, just a short rest, I expect. And we can take care of all the short rest stuff here, like hit die, all that stuff. How am I going to handle
What's,
hit die?
I hit 3, I meant to only hit 2.
All right, yeah, you can hit this 2 then.
11 plus 12 is 23.
Don't you also get double your proficiency on those?
No.
Thought
I
that's
have a
what Thurble
minimum
did.
of 8.
Ah.
I'm gonna just roll.
Alright, I'm going to take that last one as well. So
I'm going to try to treat him with hit die the same way that we're treating the players, so I'll give him back about that much health that he rolled from hit die.
That's solid.
Yeah, so he's in pretty good condition right now. I expect everyone else is in pretty good condition.
Earth, do you want to
And-
do a hit die?
More than likely. Are we stopping after this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're about 4 hours in, so I figure we can stop about here. And what I want to go on from here is essentially the finale for this, but I'm kind of expecting it to be not terribly long, but it's also going to go into other things. And rather cliffhanger before the final boss of this dungeon.
Can Lily check to see if there are any goblin heads intact?
All the goblin heads that you see have giant teeth marks all the way through them.
Well,
So you could salvage, like, roll a survival.
these rolls.
You're able to salvage 2 goblin heads.
Okay.
as you take the rest, what you do is you act like you're the one who did that, and watch their reactions.
All right. I, by the way, still have to figure out experience for this session, but
Your fights were a little bit harder than expected.
Yeah.
I was not expecting like the shambling mound. Once it grabbed someone, I knew that was gonna hurt. But I honestly underestimated the
Wyvern?
The cube.
not the cube. The cube, I was not expecting to be able to do that much, and I'm glad I had Cassidy there to just bite the bullet, so to speak. And the Wyvern did a lot more than I expected. I am extremely glad I had Maligore there too.
I mean, Serena
Take
might
a
have been
lot of
able
that
to
damage.
I mean, I'm glad Serena was there because she might have been able to survive it, but Maligore was nice.
It's like Maligore was going to get hit, but he had the health to tank it.
Well, hey, at least even if you don't realize how strong your enemies are, at least you're giving us a way to keep stay alive.
Yeah, and it's... I'm not going to... I figure, well, Cassie would be a point where she could see it, but in the next room you go into, you might have caught a glimpse of it. There was a huge barricade there.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Maligore is going to be your method to get through the barricade.
Let's see. Was there something else? Can Lily just quickly ask Maligore if he knows anything about the inhabitants of the forest other than the wee goblins?
She can ask. Roll a, I suppose, just roll a persuasion.
Yeah, and she's just talking to the one that's awake.
Yeah. And he'll respond that he knows nothing of the other creatures in this forest, just that this is where the goblins ended up who he believes took the blanket that he wants.
Lily is perfectly fine with that staying the way it is.
There's more than one group of goblins in the area?
No, she's talking about the Dryad, but she doesn't want him to know about the Dryad.
No, what he just said. I think it was this group of goblins. Or something else.
Keep in mind as well that in Ettin, you would in this area. They come from the mountains.
They're mountainous.
Yeah, they come from the mountains, and he mentioned that he came far from the north.
Can Lily ask how he got there?
Yes, you can, and I'll use the same roll for this. He'll answer that they walked all the way here.
It's hundreds of miles.
Yeah. They really want this blanket back. This is probably the only thing that the two heads have been as completely agreed on.
How did they lose the blanket?
Goblins
stole it.
Yeah,
Goblins stole it. Like, what more
we
do you
went over
say?
this.
Well,
We've already
wait,
gone
hold
over
up. The goblins stole it 500 miles away, and
Yeah,
they
and then
walked
they came
all the
back
way
here.
here. So
Yeah.
Lily's asking how that happened. How do
Because
they
they
know
want their
that they're
blanket.
here?
Because they followed the goblins.
They've been following goblins and smashing heads every step of the way.
Yeesh.
This dude is like level 13 right now. From just the amount of goblins he's killed.
Yeah, pretty much. He's
But-
just gone like, goblins!
I understand that Maligore would make the trip. I just don't understand why the goblins would make that trip. Like, I
They're
understand that
being
they
chased
can.
by an Ettin.
Maybe you'll find out.
They're being,
Maybe there's some reason that the goblins have traveled to find a certain area.
You
I mean,
see,
for
they've
one
been being chased by an Ettin, so...
They captured a wyvern. What the crap are these goblins? They're not goblins anymore.
Yeah, these goblins, they don't mess around. They've used the forest to their advantage, grabbing all these mushrooms that have the poison effects and everything else. They captured a wyvern with attempts to train it as a mount. Actually, a wyvern normally only has 13 AC. This thing had 14 from their attempts to armor it. And God knows what else they've done.
The crab thing.
You have no clue what that crap thing is, even. It's, to be honest, probably waiting for you on the other side of that door.
The crabs!
I have a guess.
I'm honestly kind of curious what's to the south because I see one of the goblin things down here.
It may be a
I
crab
want
of
to
Qualish.
suspect
The thing down to the
vines
south, like all the way
Actually,
down here,
That's just more
That's-
doors. We've already been to this area.
that's actually where you came in initially.
Ah.
Yeah, that's the first room you came into. That's like where you fought Guilty and you first saw the wargs.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could have gone in here first, and I'm actually really glad I had the wargs drag you the other way, because that wyvern would have been painful at first.
Yeah,
It would have been what I did. It would have been what I did in my Pathfinder game once, where we entered a dungeon and literally took the shortest route to get to the boss and murdered.
So, what would you have done if we killed Maligore?
Well, see if you could have strength check the door down.
We can use Cassidy as Ram.
Yeah, it's
Or
like, I
use
wouldn't have been
Lily as
impossible
ramp.
for you to actually do that. Maligore is just going to make it easier for you.
Alright, so I assume we're at the end of the stream now?
Yep, we can cut the stream off. It's been fun.
All right, thank